early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Be calling a hot route. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. And talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain.
It's a running room. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. The Ducks have changed their look completely in the backfield. Mekhi Hughes, Isaiah World highlighting a transfer class. It really ought to transform this team into a potent force on the ground. Is that what was missing from the squad a year ago?
I think you want to see the passing and the running working together. You've had a couple of top-notch quarterbacks the last couple of years, obviously with experience. Now, an inexperienced guy at the quarterback spot. You might need to lean more on the running game. Oregon's got the guys up front. They got the guys in the backfield. They can do it.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Casper. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
On 4th down, going to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Benson. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Using his legs, it's Joyner.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Morton. Quickly out to the tight end. Smashes ahead. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Virgil. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll run play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Morton. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
How about the defense growing up, making 2 big plays back-to-back, 2nd and goal, sack, 3rd and goal, sack. Nice job by the defense, not giving up. They gave up some yards, but they didn't break in the end.
And he got it, but that thing was spinning and sputtering by the time it found its way into the right corner. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's Hughes. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's going up top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off play action on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Under fire. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Morton. Got it in the middle, it's Carter. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He says a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before, ice in their veins. And you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rolls it in. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to throw on third and goal. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Looking for a man. It's Morton. Fires to the end zone. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running to Green.
The return brings it down to the 30. And the Texas Tech offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
They boot it away on 4th down. On his way back from the 20. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Moore to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
At the 35, he's got room. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Benson. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Morton. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, I don't know if there was a lot of question with respect to who that ball was going to be going to. This quarterback knows who his best playmaker is, and on the final play of the first half, he was looking him up. It wasn't going to be easy, but they were able to execute, get on the same page, score the touchdown, and they've got the lead.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Virgil. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying to find the end zone. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to go up top. will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Benson. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying to surge it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to get...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Pocket breaking down. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here's Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Moore will throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the offense on third down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the tight end. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Morton. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Wants to fire on second down. Steps away to find some room. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Texas Tech, 26, Oregon, 14.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Slithers into space. Oh, a lot of space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Jukes his way for more. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
This time they'll go to the running game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
14.
Fair catch called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Benson. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got a man. It's Benson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. Moore to the air. Sent it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He breaks a tackle, and they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Ducks are on the move.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a...
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game.
Turning on the Jets. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Going up top again. Rushes on him. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call them a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. I'll tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I got to make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Moore will throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Oh, he tosses it back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Moore to the air. Skips away from pressure. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Hits the afterburners. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Motion from the wideout. He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Time is of the essence. Just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Red Raiders will try to run out the clock in this final minute. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Virgil. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Rustled out of bounds at the...